United Nations International World Food Week. Yes, and there are a lot of factors contributing to the poverty level in Nigeria. So today, we have set out today to look at Nigerians' hunger level. Yes, we're going to look at Nigerians' hunger level because you know that it is quite high. Looking at the cost of rice, looking at the cost of cooking gas, and other food stuff, it is very high. In fact, most people go to bed without food now. So let us look at the hunger level in Nigeria. And I have here United Nations report on Nigeria. So I will read it so you get to understand what we're about to talk about today. Okay, the report says every minute more than 6 Nigerians enter the extreme poverty bracket as the number of poor persons in the country raised towards the 95.1 million projected this year by the World Bank. According to the World Bank, in its latest 2022 Poverty and Prosperity Report, Nigeria contributed 3 million people to global extreme poverty, while the country is home to a large share of the global extreme poor. Also, at the weekend, Nigeria was ranked 103 out of 121 countries in the 2022 Global Hunger Index, a position that signifies the nation has a level of hunger that is very serious. The Global Hunger Index was jointly published by the German based World Hunger Hilfe and Dublin based Concern Worldwide on Saturday to mark the World Food Day. The report, which ranks countries by severity, gave Nigeria a score of 27.3, a hunger level falling under the serious category. All right, Peter Anusike, that's the report of the United Nations on Nigeria's poverty level. Now, what do you think about the factors contributing to the poverty level in Nigeria?
Well, as the report says, it says that hunger level in Nigeria is very, very serious. And there's so many factors are contributing to this. And I want to say that the number one factor is bad and irresponsible leadership. That is the number one factor that is contributing to this hunger in Nigeria. An instance, this week, the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission said that it has concluded arrangements to increase the salaries of former presidents, former vice presidents, former Senate presidents, former speakers, former governors, former Chief Justice of the Federation, to increase their salaries. Former presidents, former vice presidents, former governors, former Senate presidents, former speakers. Understand? Why an average worker in Nigeria is earning 30,000 naira? Some states are not even paying it. But these people want to increase the salaries of presidents. Understand? Governors, speakers, Chief Justice of the Federation. These people don't buy fuel with their own money. Understand me? They live on the revenue of the country, FOC, free of charge. And these people want to increase their salaries. And today, a civil servant cannot afford a bag of rice. The minimum wage is 30,000. A bag of rice is selling for 40-something thousand naira. And what these people want to do is to increase the salary of presidents. So that shows the irresponsibility on the part of Nigeria leadership. Number one is leadership failure. Number two is irresponsibility. Because if they are responsible, if they are concerned, if they are compassionate, their eyes should be on the suffering masses and never those who are already well-to-do. So the number one cause of what is happening in the country today is we have bad ineptitude and irresponsible people in power, very wicked people. That's the number one cause of poverty, because they are well off. They don't care what the 99.9 Nigerians are facing. Then, when you talk of, you can also talk of corruption. This is also another reason why we are in a very serious hunger disease. Today, Nigeria, with just our current population should be about 214 million. India is over 1.5 million. But Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. So there are far more poor people in Nigeria, extreme poor people in Nigeria, with just a 200 and something million population, to India, that has billions of population, to China, that has a 1.8 billion population. So the main cause of this is corruption. Corruption makes people wicked. Whatever they see, they take. What corruption does is it brings about grabbing mentality. Whatever they see, they take. Even the ones that is important, those that are not important, they will take. They even bribe for streets, for complexes to be named after them. What it is corruption mentality. What you do for now, for some time now, the Nigeria police have been complaining of not being paid. Some time ago, the retired military officers went on a protest that their pensions have not been paid for many months. Still, these people have the mind to increase the standard of former presidents. So that's one of the things that corruption do to people. Then, well, let us also talk about the issue of insecurity. Because for development to occur, there must be peace. There cannot be development in the absence of peace. And there cannot be development where there's insecurity. And that's why this week, United States, Britain, and other countries raised a thorough alert in Abuja. Federal government denied it. Understand? Everybody in Abuja today is living under serious fear, because the report shows that there's terror alert, and America, their security have told them that, Britain and other world countries. But we are giving the impression that there's no big deal. So the truth is that with the level of unemployment in the country, with the level of out-of-school children, which they put at about 20 million, you cannot have security. We're not even talking about the unknown gunmen, bandits, and ISWAP and Boko Haram. So even when you deal with Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the unknown gunmen, you've not eradicated the security. There cannot be security when people are going to bed without food. There cannot be security when 20 million Nigerian children are out of school. Their future is not guaranteed. So our problem is not just the terrorists, the bandits, the unknown gunmen. The unemployed youths are also source of insecurity. And you cannot have security when people cannot go to farm and farm. Farmers in the villages only go to farm in groups, because if they go individually, they may not come back. Most of them are afraid of even going to the farm, because bandits, herdsmen are everywhere. So when there's no food, you cannot expect to have security. So this is also one of the reasons why there is no security in the country. Okay, most of the youths in the north are down in the south riding a Okada. These are people who are supposed to be farming there. And that's also one of the contributory factors of the rise in price of food, because the law of demand and supply shows that when there are few, that's when demand is bigger than the supply, what happens? Price increases. So now only few people are going to the farm. They can only bring few farm items to feed the millions of people. Therefore, the price of food items must naturally increase. What's the cause of this? Insecurity. Then we can also talk about the non-diversification of our economy. Nigeria is operating basically what is known as mono economy. That is an oil-based economy. All our revenue is just coming from one source, oil. And once there's a shake in the international community, things get bad. And there's a saying that somebody who has just one source of income is just one step away from poverty. So when you're operating just a mono economy, you are just one step away from poverty. That's the problem with Nigeria. We just have one source of income, which is oil. And why this is so is because of the type of system we operate. We are operating unitary system under the disguise of federalism. So whoever tells you that Nigeria is operating a federal system is deceiving himself. What we are operating is unitary system, or even totalitarianism, which is everything for the state and nothing for the masses. Because why? Enugu has coal. But there's nothing that Enugu state government cannot go and touch that coal, because it is under the exclusive list of the federal government. So, and in a federating state, this cannot be so. University of Nigeria was built from palm nut revenue. Awonowo built a University of Ibadan and other projects from the cocoa revenue. Amadu Bello built a ABU and other projects in the north from the groundnut pyramids. That was the days of the true federalism. But today, those things are not happening because why? We have a lazy people at the top who don't have the mind that to think. So as long as we are operating a mono economy, we will always be in poverty. Even the oil that we are producing, we don't have control over it. Because you carry it abroad, it is refined abroad, then you bring it back. Which is like somebody who has a cow. He will export his cow to Canada, understand? They will kill it, dissect it, then milk it, then send the milk down to you and you buy. Why this is what you can do for yourself. We are hearing that the cow industry is $1 trillion industry. What are they doing about it? Because everybody is looking onto oil for salvation. Every month, the governors go to Abuja for a check to be signed for them. This is your allocation. This is your allocation. And with that, they will not have brain to think of how to develop the resources in their own region. Let me give an example with Bauchi. Bauchi State, just if Nevada in the United States is the casino capital of the world. Nevada, that's where Las Vegas is. They don't have oil. It is it's like a desert. So what they did was to build casinos there, build resort centers, hotels, so that those people in Texas who has oil, they will not drink their oil. If they sell their oil, they will take their money to Nevada and have fun. So from that, state of Nevada is benefiting from the oil. So if a state like Sokoto can build tourist centers because their the topography of Bauchi is very, very nice for resort centers, for hotels. So if Bauchi can build resort centers, hospitality industries, people in Bayelsa, in rivers, in Delta will not drink their oil. They have oil, but they cannot drink it. If they sell their oil, they want to have entertainment. They can go to Bauchi for fun, for relaxation. Through that, Bauchi will be getting the oil money from River State.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Beautiful morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling us from? All right, we lost it. Okay, if you want to join the conversation, because we're talking about Nigeria's hunger level, the cause, factors that are contributing to the poverty level in Nigeria. You can join the conversation by dialing 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903.
Okay. So people in Niger Delta who has oil under their soil, they cannot drink their oil. But when they sell their oil, they'll take the money to other states that has other things that they need. And through that states in the north can also be benefiting from the oil money in the Niger Delta. But the truth is that this...
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Please turn down the volume on your radio set.
My name is Kalawale from Nigeria.
All right, Kolawole, please move away from your radio set so we can hear you clearly.
It's clear now.
All right.
Yeah. What I can deduce from what the spokesperson has been saying since is that this country, the major problem is there is no enabling environment. And we don't have leaders that are thinking straight for the development of the country. Like me, I'm interested to establish my own business instead of doing yes sir to people. Because no security, no good road, no government policy that will enable entrepreneur to establish business locally. That is the problem we are facing. Last 3 years, I tried to cultivate farmland in my state, at Oyo State. Fulani people, they invade that farmland and destroy the millions of naira investments. With that, how am I going to be encouraged to continue with such investments? And also, I'm running haulage business. No good road, insecurity, cost of diesel, maintenance cost, high cost of purchasing of vehicles. All those things are discouraging people to stay in this country, to survive. That's why you see many people spending millions of naira to Java, because they know that if they spend so much amount, and move to another country that is more, that has security and infrastructure. Before they spend 5 or 10 years, they will be established and continue with their life. We have a lot of problems to solve in this country. May God help us in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah. So, what you said about lack of enabling environment is right. But the first thing.
All right, before we continue, Peter Anosike, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ernest Obi, calling from Ikoto.
All right, Ernest, let's hear your contribution this morning.
Yes, actually, it's not a happy thing to be hearing our country, bad news all the time. But that is what our leaders want. They don't want us to be, civilized. They always want us to remain the same. Because if they want us to civilize, they know what to do in order to move this country forward. But they want us to remain in hunger so that we won't have time to think or to reason. So they will continue doing all the atrocities they want. Because I never see a country like this that leaders will be doing all the atrocity and nobody will ask them or caution them. They do all whatever they like. In any country I know in this world, a government must be afraid of masses, and the masses will be afraid of government. That is how to move the country forward. If government want to do something, you will remember, hey, these people they will say something. Let us do things right. But here in this Nigeria, you will find out that leaders will just wake up in one day and do whatever they like because they believe that nobody will ask them anything and they are above the law. So that's the reason why we must need to wake up. Not that these people, they don't have any good money or they don't have any good push to create for we must. So if we can wake up and say no to this, I believe that all these things will stop. But if you are looking at the government to help us, they are happy to see us suffering, and that is their mind and that is their thoughts, that let these people never see anything good, so they will remain in darkness, so they will be able to be doing whatever they want. So that is my contribution.
All right, thank you very much. But do you have any way forward for this problem?
The only thing that how we can come out in one voice, say no to all these things. I believe that it will help us instead of complaining and lamenting. If you can come out, say no to all these atrocities in one voice, as other countries used to do. If there is anything going wrong in the country, masses will come out and say no. Then the government will put it right. But things are going wrong in this country. Instead of we, the masses, to say no, we are using it to make a joke, using it to make a guess, and they will continue doing whatever they want. So my own advice is that if we masses can say no, come out in one voice, say no, believe me, they will stop all those things. All this, for example, all this Boko Haram or whatever, all those boys, they are just a hunger people. The main Boko Haram is those government of officials. Those boys, because of the hunger, they will call them. And if you ask them, if some of them that try to come out, if you interview them, they will say they give them 20,000, just like that. They are hunger people. They don't have anything to say or any power to do anything on their own. They just come and give them gun and say, this is what we will be doing. Because out of that hunger, they will agree. So whatever that is happening is put it right. They can never, because that is what they want. They want us to remain like this.
All right,
so thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that contribution. We appreciate it. All right, Peter Anosike, looking at the angle he's coming from, he's talking about hunger making us vulnerable. Hunger can make one vulnerable. What do you think?
Well, for me, I agree with him that some of the causes of this Boko Haram swap is frustration. is frustration is when you see you are in a country that you don't have future. If the boys that are in the forest carrying gun have something worthwhile doing, they will not be doing it.
Yes.
They will not be doing it. So it is the economy that is causing all this. They say that an idle mind and is a devil's workshop. Understand? And that devil always give job to idle hands. So that's what I feel is one of the causes of this Boko Haram thing. I once interviewed a governor from the Northeast. He told me that the main reason for this Boko Haram thing is because the youth are not eating well. And when you are not eating well, it affects your thinking.
All right, I think we have another call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please turn down the volume on your radio set or move away from your radio set so we can hear you clearly.
Okay, I will do that later. Let me know where it's down.
All right, please do call us back. We just lost that one. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. And please, when you're calling, please turn down the volume on your radio set to help us a lot. All right, let's continue.
So I once interviewed a governor from
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I call back again.
All right. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Joseph, calling you from Ejibo.
All right, Joseph, let's hear your contribution.
Yeah, what I want to conclude, I heard your partner there saying that they have increased the salary of the past president. I heard him saying such thing. You know so?
Yes, continue, please.
Okay.
Excuse
what
me,
I want
sir.
to say is that
Excuse me,
the
sir.
problem Nigeria has is the leader. Our leaders are hoodlums. How can they increase money for these men? Those who are living too well, who are wealthy people. Well, the masses are suffering. Those people are very wicked, and God will pay them back. He's beyond human. What's happening in this country is beyond human. It's only God who control this country. If they refuse to repent, God will punish one of them one by one.
All right, thank you, Joseph. Please, I understand the fact that you're very angry, but please, you just have to calm down. All right, let's take this call before we continue. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Beautiful morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I am Abdullah Anes, calling from Constantine.
All right, please, let's hear your contribution.
Okay. So what I want to contribute on this issue is that, in this country, we have faced a lot, and we are tired. If you take a look at what is happening in this country now, it's from the people that are leading us. Just check the level of hunger that is in this country. We have the food, and we can't afford it. Okay, transport alone to carry a goods from one place to another is very high.
Go ahead, we can hear you. All right, we lost him. Please do call us back. The number is still 0700 903 903 903. All right, Pitano CK. Talking about the previous caller who called. All right, but before we go ahead, let's just take this. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Beautiful morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Calling from Africa.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Calling from Africa.
Okay, Emeka. Let's hear what you have to say.
On this, our president, they know the truth about the Fulani. They don't want to do anything about the Fulani.
Find the reason why our president was ready. Hello?
We can hear you, Emeka. Go
Okay,
ahead.
go ahead.
Our president know everything about the Fulani. Both Buhari use Fulani the thirties of people for this. Why they no one says so? That's my opinion.
All right. Thank you very well, Emeka. Thank you. Your opinion is appreciated.
So I was saying that part of the cost of the Boko Haram thing is what is it called?
All right. Hello. Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Prophet Jacob. I'm calling from Ogun State, Sango.
Okay. All right. Jacob from Ogun State. Let's hear what you have to say.
For the back to the matter, the contribution, we don't have leader, we don't have a president. We are just suffering and we are just deceiving ourselves. What we're supposed to do and what we're supposed to put right, we will not put it right. We'll be doing other things. Go to the hospital. If you go to the hospital and you will see what is happening there. People are dying every day. Before you treat anybody, they ask you to deposit of 100,000 first of all before they take care of you, before they say they want to attend to you at all. Why are we so wicked in this country? We are very, very wicked, especially the so-called the politicians. They are wicked people. I think this is the time for we, the youth, we need to use our vote to cast our vote very to the right person, not to the wrong person again, so that we should not allow the soap to enter into our eyes second time again. Thank you. That is my contribution.
All right. Thank you very much, Jacob. It is well appreciated. All right. You can keep your calls coming. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. And we're talking about factors contributing to the poverty level in Nigeria.
So I say that I once interviewed a governor from the Northeast. I don't want to mention his name, but he told me that one of the reasons for this Boko Haram stuff is that the youths are not eating well.
All right, let's take this call. Hello, good morning. All right, we lost it.
So he said that part of the cause of the Boko Haram is because the youths are not eating well.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. What's
How
your
are
name?
you,
And
ma?
fine, thank you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Emelike, going from Ojota.
All right, I'm Menike from Ojota. Let's hear your contribution this morning.
I want to align with your guest there.
Okay.
I want to align with your guest there that our problem in this country is leadership. From A to Z of our problem is leadership. Well, our leaders are irresponsible, they are wicked, they are heartless, they are cruel, they are anything evil. And it's unfortunate that the masses don't see them who they are. The other caller was talking about enabling environment. Who creates enabling environment? It's not the government. It's not those that have power to create an enabling environment. They're not doing that because they want to impoverish us forever. They want to enslave us forever, and we're not seeing it the way it is. So the problem we have is okay. Why should they be talking about increasing the salaries of ex-governors, ex-presidents, ex-that? The law, we should make a law that once you serve, you go home without any other thing. Just the way it is done elsewhere. Why would they be using our resources to pay people who have people who didn't even serve us very well, who didn't lead us very well? We use our money to be paying them until they die. That's callousness. That's callousness. So our problem is leadership. And until we rise up and say enough is enough, it's not going to be tribal again, it's not going to be religious again. We are going to vote people who will go there for us. And we have one already. And it amazes me that people are still talking about tribe and religion when God is giving us a solution. So it's leadership. Come from here to heaven, it's leadership. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate that.
Well, so from what the last corner said, there's a problem in Nigeria. In America, past presidents don't live in Washington. Once you serve, your tenure is over. Anybody that serves after he saw her tenure, he will buy a house in Abuja and stay. He will not visit his state for more than because he know that he didn't do well. If you're okay.
Right, let's take this call. All right, we lost it. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903.
So for me, if there could be that in a nation that once your tenure finishes, you go back to where you come from. Understand? It will help to tighten things. But when these guys go to many houses, go to many in some areas, past public officers, their houses are empty because they don't go there. They're always in Abuja. They don't care what is happening in their own state because they know that their people will not welcome them. But that's not the same in the other countries of the world. Once you finish at the capital, you go back to.
All right, Peter, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello. All right, please do call us back. The number to call is still 0700 903 903 903.
So if you've done that, once you finish your tenure, you go back to where you come from and stay with your people. Then if you do well, you will live well with your people. But if you don't do well, okay.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Beautiful morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Jude from Apapa.
Your name, please.
Jude from Apapa.
All right, Jude. Let's hear what you have to say.
Okay, what I want to say is that I think I am 100% agree with your guest that what you call Boko Haram today, the bandit today is political. And in fact, that cast my mind back to when in 2019, when I took Abubakar contest with this present president. In his anger, he said that he will mention those that formed the Boko Haram. He said that. And in one of the media, it was reported that the Boko Haram was formed by the Northern Elder. Isin Buhari himself was one of those that formed the Boko Haram. So it's highly political. Now, today in Nigeria, you can see that even when a pastor preach against this government, the peril of the economy of this government, many Reverend fathers have been kidnapped and killed. So what you have seen today is political. Like somebody called and said that we should open our eyes to know who to vote for. I think my advice to every Nigerian is that a Fulani man is a Fulani man, no matter how he may paint his manifesto. A Fulani man is a Fulani man. Let this be the last time that a Fulani man be the president of Nigeria. So that is my contribution.
All right, thank you very much, Jude. Thank you. Your contribution is well appreciated. All right, you can still keep the calls coming. The number is still 0700 903 903 903. And we are talking about factors contributing to the poverty level in Nigeria.
What I really said was that frustration.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning, presenter. Good morning. My name is Pale. I'm calling you from Crises town.
All right, Saleh. Let's hear your contribution.
Thank you very much. My own understanding is our problem is corruption. First, if we didn't defeat corruption, nothing can go simple and easy in this country. Everything is destroyed by corruption. So our problem is only corruption. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Saleh. Thank you so much for that contribution.
Okay, so what I say that part of the cause of Boko Haram is frustration, which is also part of that bad and irresponsible leadership. If the youth are engaged, if the youth are busy, they will not have time to be carrying gun about. But because they are discouraged, they are disenchanted, they are disillusioned. They don't see any hope in Nigeria.
All right, let's take this call. Hello. Please, when you want to call us, you move away from your radio sets so you can hear yourself clearly and hear us. Because you can't be hearing yourself on the radio while you're speaking on the radio. Thank you. Please do call us.
So, if the youth are engaged, if they with something worthwhile, they will not have time to be carrying gun up and down.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please turn down the volume on your radio set, or you move away from your radio set so we can hear you clearly.
Can you hear me now?
All right, it's better.
Yeah, thank God.
All right, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Natunde.
All right, Tunde, let's
I'm from Mushi. I'm from Mushi.
All right, Tunde from Mushi, let's hear your contribution. What do you have to say?
What I have to say is that this government not supposed to stay again. We are annoyed. We cannot be having everything in this country, and we become a beggar. This country to leave this place and let the correct person to take over there, and so that people of Nigeria will stop suffering. Thank you.
You're very much welcome. Thank you so much.
So we are still on the same page. Most of the agitations, the Boko Haram insecurity is as a result of frustration. The youth are discouraged, they are disenchanted.
Hello, beautiful morning to you this morning.
Good morning. Anas Abdul, come back again.
All right, let's hear you.
Okay. So what I was saying then, this issue we are having is indiscriminate. There is nothing like we vote for person, then the person enter the seat. Then at the end of the day, that person has evil mind to be wicked us. Okay, check this Boko Haram of a thing and all the bandits, those people that are operating, terrorized everywhere in the country. Boko Haram, this is not Islamic pattern at all. What we are seeing today is policies crisis. What they are practicing is not what Islam says. And they say Boko Haram. Boko Haram is a combination of two languages, Hausa and Arabic word.
We can hear you. Continue, please. Hello. All right, please do call us back. I think it's network issues. Do call us back.
So the youths are not seeing future in this country. This is one of the major causes of the agitations of the insecurity. If you believe in your country, if you feel that your country cares for you, you will care for your country. But if you feel that your country don't care for you, then let everything ends. So for me, that's one of the reasons for the for the Boko Haram, for the unknown gunmen, and so on and so forth. But the truth is that there's no way you can eradicate evil people in the society. Bible said in every 12 there must be a Judas. But for youths who have future to be going around shooting people, killing people is as a result of frustration. If they are gainfully employed, if they have hope, if they have enough for their country, they will not be doing it. So it's just part of that frustration that we are talking about, which is also partly failure of what? Leadership. So when somebody said that from A to Z of the problem in the country is the failure of leadership, I agree with him. We have non-creative people on top. We have lazy people on top. We have outdated people on top. And you cannot operate in a digital economy when you don't have a digital knowledge. So, And okay, this week, the British Prime Minister, he's from Indian origin. British didn't care where he came from, but they felt that he would give them what they want. He is just 42 years old. Now check people who are running for the office of the Nigerian president, almost 2 times older than him. And before he became the British Prime Minister, he was the finance minister, which means he has been in the system for some time now. That's what they kind of tested and trusted. So, but when you have analog people trying to rule in a digital economy, it's like putting a round object in a square hole. That is one of the problems that we are having here. So, before we can get it right as a country, the right leaders will have to come on board. Not just right leaders, but compassionate leaders. For you to lead people, you must have compassion. You must be kind. If you have kind people at the top, they will not be talking about increasing the salaries of former presidents, former vice presidents, former governors, former speaker, former senate president. Why 99% of Nigerian population are suffering? You want to, it's just like a cup that is already full and you want to add more water there. It's just a waste. So if you have kind people at the top, for me to choose a leader, one, check the person's lifestyle. Check how compassionate he is. A wicked person cannot lead. That's the truth.
All right. At this juncture, we'll be going on a quick musical break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
From the depth of my